Welcome to Dan's Drumming for Beginners. So you're ready to learn your first drum beat. Let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, we need to learn how to count our first beat. And we're going to count like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you're comfortable with that, we're going to apply that to the hi-hat. So we're going to start with the hi-hat, we're going to introduce the bass, and then we're going to introduce the snare. And we'll do that in steps. So first of all, we'll start with the hi-hat. Okay, so remember it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So we'll do it nice and slow, and then we can build up the tempo afterwards. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so now we're going to have the bass. So initially we're going to do that on the 1. So it's going to go something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Remember our count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so we're going to continue with the bass. This time we're going to bring it in on the 3 as well as the 1. So it goes like this. So now let's bring in the snare. Let's forget about the bass for a minute, and we're going to bring in the snare on beats 2 and 4. Let's start with 2, and then we'll add 4 afterwards. So we'll go something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so next, let's bring in that 4. Okay, so hopefully we're getting comfortable with that, but take your time, just work on the bass, then work on the snare before we move on to the next step. With the next step, we're now going to combine all those elements together. So we're going to keep the bass on 1 and 3 and the snare on 2 and 4. This is going to form our beat. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, so now we're going to practice tempos. So we're going to do 60 beats per minute, 80 beats per minute, and 100 beats per minute. As we work through these, once we reach 100 beats per minute, you should start to feel a bit more of a musical sound to the tempo. A good practice is to listen to songs on the radio and pick out a beat that's similar to this beat and count along. Count 1 and 2 and 3. See what the tempo that song's at. Then pick up your drumsticks and try and play along. It doesn't have to be note for note. It's more about the tempo and keeping in time with the song. It's good practice and it's a good place to start. So let's try 60 beats per minute.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and.
Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's try 80.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and.
Bit faster. Okay, so now we're going to try 100.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, hopefully that will make sense. Any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thank you for staying to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.